guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today with my background papers, some of my background papers that we recently made using the, I think this was inks, although I have to say I've made quite a few now and can't remember which was which, but I'm pretty sure that this one was, yeah, I think was inks. If not, maybe it was paints, who knows. But what I thought we could do is make a kind of collage masterboard, but using, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker for these die cut pieces. These are by Fabrica. Now, I bought a whole bunch of these a little while back, and yeah, I just have been really rubbish. I haven't used any of them, and you know, I just can't help it. I buy these things and, you know, then kind of hoard them really. And it's crazy. I don't know why I do it. So what I thought we could do is kind of incorporate these, doing like a collage masterboard on top of the inked pages that we have done. I mean, obviously I was inspired by this because these colours of these flowers, I mean, how awesome do they look just on this background? They look really good, don't they? So these tend to come in that style, what I call kiss cut, where they have that kind of white edge. I mean, again, you know, I don't mind that, but yeah, I mean, I probably prefer it not having that, but anyway. So I'm just going to cut it down slightly because, you know, in some places it's quite big, if you see what I mean. So, you know, I probably don't want it as big as it actually is. I mean, I could go in and cut it off completely, I guess. I might have a look and see because, yeah, I might kind of feel funny about it, to be honest, still having a, you know, line around it at all. Shall I quickly do that? Let's quickly do that. Let's see. Just because as soon as I kind of put it down, I thought, oh, actually, that does look better with no edge, I think. I mean, again, personal preference, and, you know, other people kind of, I find, often use the kiss cut things, and it looks really awesome. I know that lots of the Tim Holtz things are kiss cut rather than kind of like, you know, close fussy cut. And, you know, I mean, of course, you know, it doesn't get more awesome, does it, than Tim Holtz stuff. But for some reason, I just always really struggle with the concept of having that white edging. To say always, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Sometimes I think it looks nice, but yeah, quite often I like it gone. So I'm going to have to actually, yeah, neaten them up and, you know, take a lot of it off, which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, that's still fine. And to be honest, it's, you know, you've at least got a guide when you've bought these shapes and they've got the kiss cut edges. You've at least got a guide then to work from, haven't you? So all is not lost. I mean, the only thing is you have got some of these on this particular set with these kind of berries, which they're like super fiddly. Oh, more fiddly bits. Okie dokie. Right, let's just go around here and down there. Okay. Okie dokie, and just take one or two more. To do with putting my glasses on really, because yeah, obviously they're kind of small, aren't they, some of these bits? I mean, this bit's quite small, so of course my eyesight is now not what it once was, and yeah, struggling to see. But what I always say, you know, with flowers, and I'm sure you've all heard me say this before, you know, it really doesn't matter. I mean, to be honest, nobody knows what shape that flower was. I mean, so long as it kind of still loosely resembles a flower, that's good enough, isn't it? You know, it doesn't have to be 100% what it looked like in the first place, because nobody really knows what it looked like in the first place. So, you know, don't get too kind of hung up on, oh no, you know, I've cut into that leaf or I've cut into that petal. I think so long as it still looks vaguely resembling a flower, it's all good. So, you know, just kind of cut them as best you can. I mean, like I always say, you know, the worst things to cut are things like circles, you know, circles, ovals, anything like that. You know, because there's no coming back from that. If you muck them up, everyone's going to know, aren't they? You know, you can't pretend that they were anything other than a circle, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, let's go in here. Yeah, aren't these just the most awesome colour against that background? I mean, just literally, it was strange because this background page, it was kind of laying around, you know, on my desk, as everything is laying around on my desk. And yeah, I just kind of saw it, and out the corner of my eye, these were kind of laying on the floor, having spilled out from my bag that I tend to take when I go, like, say, to my mum's house to visit. And I thought, oh, what a brilliant combination those would, you know, those two things would make. So yeah, I just wanted to come along and sort of have a go, really. So we'll see. Okay. And, you know, to be honest, like I say, I tend to hoard things like this. So, I mean, actually, for me, this is quite a good opportunity to kind of use some of these things that otherwise I would just continue to hoard. You know, I don't know why I do it, to be honest. But oh, I know I'm not alone, because many of you do say, oh, I'm going to cut those berries off on this one. It's just too much. Yeah, I know I'm not alone, because lots of you say that you are exactly the same and that you buy all these things and then you hoard them. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I even find myself hoarding, you know, like digi prints, you know, that I've made myself, and I can literally print as many as I like, you know, as can all of you if you buy them, you know. Why would I need to hoard those? That's just madness, isn't it? Literally crazy behaviour. But I think, you know, like if it's kind of within you to be a bit hoardy, then, you know, that applies to everything. Whether you've made it, whether you can print more, whatever it is, you're going to be hoarding it, aren't you? So, yeah, that's exactly how I find it to be. Right. Let's just come down here. Okay. Oops. Oh, this one's like super fiddly. Got loads of little weird leaves coming off of it. It's only when you actually really sort of look at them, you know, start cutting them out, that you kind of notice how weirdly put together some of these kind of flowers and things are. You know, you don't really notice all the time that you're just using them, do you? It's only when you come to kind of like cut them out and sort of study them in more detail that you think, oh, that was weirdly put together. So I'm going to get rid of that. That just looks weird. Talking of weird. Yeah, let's just cut that edge off. Okay. Right, do we need to do some more? Otherwise it's probably going to look a little bit bare. I do apologise. I should have really cut these out first, but you know, I obviously wanted to kind of show you, you know, the pieces before I glued them down. And obviously at the time, I didn't realise I was going to be doing this. I thought I was just going to sort of, you know, trim down any that just had very big white edges. But yeah, I mean, I didn't realise, obviously, that I was going to be going in fussy cutting all of them out again. You know, so I do apologise. Completely unplanned. Right, okay. Let's see how we're doing, how many more we've got to kind of cut out. Because, you know, I don't want to cover every single inch of this, you know, because then, you know, of course, there'll be nothing left then of the, you know, the pretty kind of inked background page. So, I mean, we're just wanting to kind of cover it a bit so that if we then treat it like a masterboard and we then cut it down, we're going to have some really nice kind of decorative bits, you know, like stuck on it, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. Now, do we want to have like anything else? So I've got here like a butterfly. I don't know whether we want to mix the... So, I mean, I guess really what this is going to look like is probably a bit like a cluttered collage masterboard. But obviously it's not going to have a collage masterboard at the bottom. It's going to have this lovely inked paper. So, you know, it will kind of just have a different effect to the collage masterboards. Is hopefully how it's going to be. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I have got a big bow here. That's probably too big and actually too blendy. That one's too blendy. Just kind of wouldn't have really any contrast whatsoever to the rest of the stuff going on. So yeah, no point putting that. Now, do we want to have any postage stamps? I've got this one, which might be quite a good size. Not size, sorry, colour. I have got this, which we could put down somewhere, couldn't we? Maybe some more flowers. Now, this one's very tricky. It's got all those, nearly called them beads. Obviously, they're berries. Okay. Now, I have to be honest, I am kind of like wondering, should I back this first before sticking all this stuff on? Because it's obviously going to be smoother to be able to back it. The problem I have is, I don't know about you guys, but I often find it better to actually back things, you know, in their smaller form, if that makes sense, you know, once they're cut down. Because if you back them like now, when you cut it down, the chances are you might not have touched every single bit with your glue, and then you might have bits of glue, bits of paper that aren't going to be quite stuck down. So yeah, kind of I feel it sort of better to do it afterwards, to be honest. Just going to cut out a couple of these little leaves. I don't know whether they would look good, but let's go for that. There's lots of these leaves, so, you know, I can tell, otherwise I'm going to just get left with a whole bunch of these weird, you know, weird coloured leaves. And then I'm going to struggle to obviously use them in anything else whatsoever. Okay. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, right. Do we want anything else? It might be kind of like coming along okay, to be honest. I don't know how much more it needs. Just going to have a look and see if I've got any of my bright butterflies, which, oh, again, you know, still haven't actually fussy cut any out. I'm annoying myself with that, because the amount of times that I've said, oh, I must cut some more butterflies, I must cut some more of those neutral bows, and would you believe I still haven't done it? So yeah, if it's any consolation, I am annoying myself with that. Oh, come on, I'm just trying to find them. They're in my bag beside me, and of course now I can't see them anywhere whatsoever. Is that them? No, that's not them. Okay. Oh. This is very annoying. Now I can't see them anywhere. Oh, come on. No, I can't see them. Right, okay. Can't see them, so let me just see if I've got any up here. Sorry about this. No, I still can't see any. Right, okay. Let's just go in like this and, you know, go for it like this. Now, I'm just debating, do I ink those flowers up? Let's just see. I don't think they really need it, to be honest. And I probably will ink this piece, you know, when I come to use it anyway. So I don't think it will be the end of the world if it's not inked up. So let's just pop this one down. Okay. Like that. Okay, let's put this postage stamp down. And then a couple of the leaves. So one here. And one, oops, one on the other side. Okay. these flowers down. Okay. Oh, how lovely are these flowers. Gorgeous, aren't they? Such a sucker, honestly, for these die cut pieces. And yeah, I don't know really why, but I just always have been, to be honest. They're one of my favourite things, you know, die cut pieces. Just love them. Yeah, no idea why, I'm afraid, but just something about them, isn't there? You know, like, you know, people have their favourite things, don't they? You know, for some people it's, oh, I don't know, fabric or, you know, fat quarters or, you know, things like that. I think for me, well, there's a few things actually, yeah. I'm a sucker for stamps, you know, and I know I've said that loads of times before, but honestly, beautiful craft stamps, I just can't get enough of. So yeah, I love beautiful craft stamps. These die cut pieces, oh, papers, obviously, of course, papers, yep, big sucker for them. What else? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, actually, most craft things, let's face it, are pretty much would fall under that category of, you know, sucking me in. Okay. You can just get such a lot of nice things. That's the problem, isn't it? I really like this brand, Fabrica. They sell lovely things. Really, really nice things. I don't know whether it's a new brand. I've only heard of it recently. But I'm not saying that means they've only just, you know, come about. They might have been about for years, but I'm just not particularly great at, you know, knowing my brands and things. So, yeah, I don't know. But I've only stumbled across them quite recently. And I must say, they have lovely things. So, yeah, really, really like their stuff. Don't know whether this is the right colour stamp, I've got to be honest. Feels like it's a little bit too bright. I think I might be happier with that. Oops. Yeah, I'll try and get it the right way up. Oh dear. Nearly stuck it upside down. I mean, not that it probably matters, to be honest, but, you know. Let's try and put it the right way up at least. Okay. Have I got everything stuck down in there? Yeah, I have. That's all good, isn't it? Right, so that's that one. Let's pull in another one and do another one. And then I might go and do some random stitching on there. So I've got another one here. Purples. Now, I don't know whether these are going to go, really. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe a little bit kind of odd combination. Let me just have a look, because like I say, I've got a few die cut packets that I've actually had for a long time, and also these more recent ones that I've bought more recently. So let's just see. I've got these. These ones are again Fabrica. Now, are these just going to blend in too much to that background? That's the question. I mean, they don't currently because they've got that big white edge, which again, I find myself thinking, oh, I'm not sure I like the white edge that much. Let me just cut off the white edge from this and see whether it then gets just completely lost in that background or whether I can get away with it. Because, yeah, there's no point if it's just going to, you know, merge straight into the background and be no longer visible at all. But equally, you know, I'm not sure I'm overly enjoying the white on here. This has got a lot of leaves, hasn't it? That's not too bad. I mean, I could even edge the flowers in gold or something like that, to be honest. Because I've got a lot of gold on the page, you know, from when I did the inked background and I put that gold ink on. So, I mean, I could do something like crazy like that. Let's just have a look. But then, I mean, is that just really weird, having like gold-edged flowers? You know, that might just be like strange, mightn't it? Not loving these half as much as I loved the others, it's got to be said. Let me see if I've got any other die cuts, because like I say, I have got quite a few. Right, I've got these ones. Because maybe these are just a bit bright. She says, like as it's on such a dull down paper. No, I'm joking. And obviously what I mean is it's a very bright paper, isn't it? So maybe these are kind of too dark as well, and it needs something a bit more sort of contrasting. I don't know, but maybe. Let's try these. Oh, these are Fabrica as well. So this must have all been in the same shop, to be honest, that I bought all of these bits and pieces. Let's try these. I mean, they're not really... Oh, look, I've got a big kind of wedding cake thing going on there. Oh, this is like a wedding set. But, you know, it's fine because it doesn't, you know, you don't only kind of see wedding on here, do you? I mean, it looks quite versatile for all different occasions. Not necessarily the wedding cake, obviously. That's pretty wedding specific, but everything else, I think, looks quite versatile. Right, let's just put these stamps away from the other set. Now, I'm just wondering whether to try inking these or edging them in gold. What do we think? Oh, it's so nerve-wracking, I don't know. Or I've got here some purpley inks. So I've got the Seedless Preserves or the Dusty Concord. Right, let's be brave here. Let's just do some stuff that we don't normally do, shall we? Okay, right. Let's go with a bit of Dusty Concord and sort of see what it looks like. Because, I mean, ultimately, really, what I'm trying to do is just get it to blend a bit more in with the background page. Oh, do you know, I'm not sure that I'm loving that on there. I don't know really why, but something about it's not really kind of working for me. I don't know what's not working, but yeah, something isn't. So let me just bring in this blue and we'll try this instead. I mean, the blue is quite nice, isn't it? Let me bring these onto the blue. So this is the set, obviously, that I used just now. They're quite nice on the blue, aren't they? I mean, actually, I like all of it on the blue, so it must be something to do with that purple where I'm not really enjoying it. So let's get rid of this again. You can tell I hadn't prepared what I was doing, can't you? You know, I kind of had prepared as in got the idea, you know, sorted in my mind of what we were going to do. But obviously I hadn't tried it, hadn't sort of put anything down or laid anything down to see whether I actually was going to like the results. It was just a kind of vague notion going on in my mind, thinking, oh, I'm going to do that. Yeah, perhaps next time I should actually try it. Right, let's put my other ink pad back on. And again, I can just put these ones back again and bring back in my walnut stain, which I've been using lately. And we'll just see whether I can just disguise that white edge enough without having to cut these ones down. Because these I actually think would look quite nice inked on this blue. Oh, they look gorgeous. Gorgeous on the blue, don't they? Love how those look. Oh, they are yummy, yummy. So this one's got this teapot. I'm not convinced about the teapot, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to include that. Okay, let's take this one. Not because I have anything against the teapot, of course, but yeah, just on this particular thing, doesn't feel like it's supposed to be there. Just doesn't feel right. And again, I mean, I've got these hearts. I know that I've said before, but I mean, I don't really use hearts, to be honest, particularly. We did do that video a while back where we were using the heart die cuts and we made sort of clustery pieces, which I absolutely love. And I really do love using those. But that's about the only hearts that I've kind of really used, you know, for a long time anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't really say that I'm big on heart-shaped things. But, you know, I guess they all have their place, don't they? And, you know, that's nothing against other people who maybe do use hearts, you know, each to their own, isn't it? And, you know, as I always say, I mean, sometimes I can't get something to work or carry something off, but other people, I see it and think, oh my gosh, I love that. You know, it's just kind of individual styles, isn't it? And for some reason, I just can't carry hearts off. Right, not loving the fern on here. The fern is, again, another thing that, yeah, it's just not really working for me on here. Couldn't really answer why, but it just didn't really kind of do it for me. So I will steer clear from those ferns. I'm not sure about these little flowers, to be honest. These are in the undecided list. Okay. But these are gorgeous. Absolutely loving these. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Whoops. Got some of these little berries. Again, not really too sure whether I'm going to be convinced by these, but let's ink them up and we'll see. You know, because just because we've inked them, we don't have to use them, do we? I'm sure I'd be able to use them in something else. Just going to tear that down a bit because it was a bit sort of big with the leaves on it as well. Okay. Okay, and this one, might have to cut this one down because that leaf's huge compared to the flower, I think. Just a bit weird why that tiny flower would have such a big leaf. Yeah, just didn't look quite right, did it? Okay, and now it probably doesn't because I've now cut off half the leaf and not the other. So let's get rid of that whole leaf, shall we? Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? You know, like we always say, nobody knows what shape that flower was in the first place, so it's fine to, you know, get rid of bits and pieces completely, isn't it? Right. Oh, a kind of stamp hoarding going on here. For some reason, this stamp is just gorgeous to me, so I'm not sure I can bring myself to use it. I mean, crazy, because really, what even is that other than the number 2? I can't really see any image, you know, that's apparent. I think it's just a kind of patterny type thing, but I just really like it. For some reason, it's really nice to me. So yeah, I'm not sure I can bring myself to use it now. Oh, how crazy. How crazy is that? Let's try a couple of these. No, these are not the right colour, are they? So yeah, that brown one, you know, the one I want to now hoard, that was perfect. But yeah, I don't want to use it. Let me just bring in my blues. I don't think I'll have any blues kind of quite right because the blues, I mean, they're probably a bit bright for this. But I don't know. This one's not too bright. That might be okay. Oops. This one. That's not right, is it? Can't see at all what that picture is. Oh, good heavens. If you can see what that is, let me know. Is it even up the right way? No, it's not. Oh, it's a duck, I think. Can you see that? Honestly, I thought that was a number 10. It turns out it's a number 5. And I think it's a duck. Yep. My goodness. I mean, it goes perfectly on the background paper. I'm not quite so sure it goes that brilliantly with the flowers. Oh, let's just use it anyway, shall we? Otherwise, it could be here all day. Again, another one that I absolutely love. I think I love this style where they've got like the circle kind of thing with something in the circle. How gorgeous is that one on there? He does blend in a little bit much, but I do absolutely love how it looks. I mean, I feel a bit like, oh, can I bring myself to use it? But I do love it. Right, okay, I do love it. So, yeah, let's just put that down. Like that. Okay, and the duck type stamp. The duck that we now know as being a duck. But for a while there, it was just an unidentified object. Honestly, I honestly thought that was a number 10. So I was holding it up that way because I thought, oh, keep the number 10 up the right way. And then obviously the image will, you know, stand out for me. No, not a number 10 at all, but in fact, a number 5. Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Right. Put that down. Okay. Let's put this here. These flowers here. I mean, I've got to be honest, I have no clue what I'm actually going to use these for. So, although I had this idea of, ooh, let's come on and make some of these little background papery type bits. Yep, no clue now how I'm actually going to use any of them. So, yeah, that will probably be in another video. Well, let's hope it'll be in another video. Otherwise, it just means I've made these, love them, can't now think of anything to do with them. So, yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened. Not saying that's not going to be the case, but it would be good to actually use them, wouldn't it? Rather than just hoard them. Okay. Let's get a couple of these leaves down. Yeah, honestly, I mean, you know, good use of this, you know, this set that I have otherwise been, you know, just hanging on to for years. Well, not years, but, you know, a while anyway. I couldn't tell you, to be honest, when I ordered these, actually. But, yeah, I must have ordered them all on the same time because they're all that brand Fabrica. So I'm guessing that I ordered them all together, which maybe was about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I'm not sure. Not sure. But yeah. If I ordered them all at the same time, which I'm pretty sure I must have done. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love how this looks. Absolutely love it. I'm actually not sure now whether I prefer this one or the brown one. I loved the brown one. Yeah, I did love the brown one, but now that I'm looking at this one, the brown one's kind of just sat on top of my pile of stuff on my desk. And yeah, I'm not quite sure now, to be honest. They're both really nice. But which one is my favourite? It's a close call. Very close call. Okay. Put that on there, otherwise I feel like they're like in a little row, like, you know, like a constellation of stars. They look a bit like that. I think because this blue paper with the bronzy gold, it kind of looks a bit galaxy-ish to me. Again, maybe that's just me, but yeah, it just seems to look a little bit like a galaxy, I think. Right, let's have this one as well. So Now, what I could do is have 1 or 2 going off at the side. You know, so it's not so apparent it was a square, if that makes sense. Because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just often very aware that, you know, when we do things within a page, you know, they're contained within that page, aren't they? And, you know, of course, I mean, if, and I'm saying this because it reminds me of this, but if this were a wrapping paper, so, you know, you bought it as a roll of wrapping paper, which is what this, you know, is reminding me of, it would have some things off the side, wouldn't it? Because, of course, the wrapping paper would have been cut, you know, cut at the side. So I feel like it's just worth having 1 or 2 pieces kind of going off at the side. I'm not sure that's quite the right piece, to be honest, but yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But let me find a different piece. Problem is, some of these pieces, obviously, again, I'm back to the hoarding because they're a bit too nice, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to cut that in half now. Let's take this one, and what I'm thinking is, if we cut this in half, we could have like half on one bit and half somewhere else. So yeah, I'm thinking like half here, maybe like half there. Yeah? Yeah. It's a bit weird if it's upside down, isn't it, I suppose? Although I quite like it there, actually. Yeah, quite like it there, to be honest. Let's do that. Okay, like that. And then this one I love down this side. That looks so pretty. Just looks like it was meant to be there. Okay. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Still would quite like something off this side, so let's just see. Just knocked something off the desk now. Let's just cut that one down. Yeah, so I'll just ink this up here. Okay, right. Oops, sorry, just dropped my glue there. Actually, I might have it a bit further up and just cut that pointy bit of leaf off. Yeah, prefer it like that. And this piece, I mean, I could have this somewhere, but you know, hey. Oh, shall we try it there? I mean, what is wrong with me? Not even wanting to throw this piece away, for goodness sake. That's just ridiculous behaviour, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous behaviour. Oh dear. Okay. Ridiculous behaviour, but still I've done it. Right, let's cut this off here like that. Okay, so I'm just going to pull in the brown one. So like I say, I actually think I'm preferring this blue one now because it just looks so, oh, just yummy, to be honest. But let me show you them both. So that's the 2 that we've got. So they're a bit like a sort of collage masterboard, like a cluttered collage masterboard, but they're obviously just on the inked up background pages. So something just very different to do, I think, with your inked up background pages, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but you know, I've made all these background pages and I just struggle to come up with anything very original to do with them other than stamp them or stencil them. You know, they all just end up with the same treatment, i.e. stenciled or stamped. So this is quite nice, I think, as a totally different new thing to do. And I'm not saying it's new, you know, completely. I just haven't seen anyone do this. But I think they look absolutely scrumptious. So like I say, I might go and do some stitching on these on the sewing machine. Not quite sure what type of stitching I'm going to do, but I will come back once I've done some bits and pieces and we will do something with these. So again, I need to obviously take a bit of time to have a decide what we're going to do. So yeah, I really hope that you like them. Had an awesome time playing with these and making these. So I shall definitely come back and do some more of these. So thank you so much for watching and see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.